Gates Adams here on behalf of Apex Trader Funding, and I'm here today with Trader Will. Will is obviously a paid funded trader with Apex Trader Funding. So first and foremost, Will, I want to congratulate you on your recent payout. Now, is this the first for you, or is this one of many?
It's one of many for me. So I've been trading full-time with Apex since I graduated college. So my first introduction to trading was actually crypto, just kind of buy and hold investor. But that kind of got me introduced to like what a candle is, like what a bid ask is, the different order types, all that kind of stuff. So in college, I studied computer science, and I was starting to get more interested in trading, especially as the job market wasn't looking necessarily all too amazing for CS majors. When I first got into computer science, everyone was like, yeah, this is a risk-free thing. You're gonna have an amazing job that pays super high. Like when you get out of college, I graduate. Everyone's like hiring freezes, mass layoffs, like all that. I'm like, I gotta figure out something else to do.
It is amazing how the landscape can change in such a short period of time, but it's the stark reality of the world that we live in. So obviously trading started to take more of a front seat to your plan?
Yeah, so I was super interested in trading. I joined a trading group from a community. And so it was mostly focused on algorithmically trading crypto. But then I got introduced to other traders and that were utilizing prop firms and trading futures. And I was like, I've never traded futures before. Let me try this thing out. So I began paper trading and just practicing using TradingView, just paper trading. Created a journal and I would just log every trade I make, whether it worked out, didn't work out, what I could have done better, could I have managed risk better, all that type of thing. So I did that for around 2.5 years. It took me a while to kind of figure this thing out, get good at it, but I was totally fascinated by it. I had really good mentors, so that really helped, just being able to see people that were doing it every day, doing it consistently, so I could just kind of try to be like them, And so I had pretty much no money. I was a broke college student, so I was like, okay, this might be a good way to get access to capital and actually be able to trade. I traded a little bit in college. I managed to get one payout of $2,500. I was over the moon. I was like, wow, I finally paid something for trading. Right. My whole trading experience so far had just been losing money, failing evaluations, etc. And so the big thing for me was that I would always blow accounts because I would have way too much size. Sure. So I'd want to go in big, 5 contracts, 10 contracts, stuff like that. And when I started to find consistency, the big thing that I did was just size down to 1 or 2 contracts, right? So I could let the edge play out over time. One trade's not going to kill me. It's not going to be the end of the world. We'll live to fight another day. That was I knew I could do it. I knew I had the technical skills. I just needed to focus on the psychology and whatnot. Once I graduated in May, I got 4 accounts passed with Apex. It was at the 250K size. And I managed to get 2 rounds of payouts from both of those. That was first real chunk of money that I got. Then I got up to 8 accounts kind of during the USD JPY meltdown. Just passed them back to back to back to back to short net. So that was a fun day. Not for a lot of people, but good for me. And then I passed a couple more accounts on some volatility news plays, like a non-farm day and an FOMC day or something like that. Right. So right now I'm at 10 200K accounts. I've been trading them. I just took a $30,000 payout.
Nice.
My total with Apex right now is 71,500. For me, it's really awesome because, I had no money, no access to capital. And Apex has been able, through the program, to put that in my hands and be able to change my own future and make money.
So I'm seeing a little bit of a pattern in what you're saying. So surprisingly enough, the computer science major took the analytical approach to developing as a trader, to knowing his stats, to knowing exactly how much he's made to date, which actually is surprisingly uncommon. How much of a benefit do you think you've gained by taking an analytical approach, by keeping your stats, by journaling every trade, by exercising that ability to evaluate every step of the process piece by piece?
I think it's huge. I know exactly how much I've spent with prop firms. I know how much I've taken out from prop firms. I know my taxes. I know my IRR calculation. I know. And the journaling is the big thing that was able to take me to the next level, because without the journaling, building that database of your own trades and your own system, you'll keep making the same mistakes over and over. Whereas if you can look back on okay, I've been here before. I've had days like this before. Maybe this is a time to walk away.
Right.
then you can stop yourself from having a disaster.
What was your first thought when you started to, when you were exposed to the concept of prop firms and funding companies and not having to put up your own capital to be a trader?
I think it's a really good business model on both sides of the coin. Obviously, the nature of the business is really risky. It's a hard game, and there's that 90-90-90 rule or whatever. 90% of traders lose 90% of their money in 90 days or whatever it is. Everyone, like my parents, my brothers, and whatever, were like, Will, I don't know about this thing. It's a pretty hard thing you want to do. Prop firms makes it a lot less risky.
Sure.
Allows you to gain exposure. And when you do find success, then you can scale it, and the sky's kind of the limit, right? So it allows you to get into the game.
How's the attitude from the folks that were legitimately and reasonably concerned about this decision that you were making to move into trading? Where do they land on the spectrum now?
I mean, they're definitely really proud of me. Like I sent them a text message to my mom the other day, and she was like, "Wow, I'm super impressed with your trading. Like, congratulations." It's a risky business, but it's what I love doing, and they're happy that I'm succeeding in all my dreams.
For you, what's the biggest hurdle that you've had to overcome, and how did you overcome it?
Sizing issue.
Yeah.
Like wanting to make more, or like prove that I could make so much money. I had a conversation with one of my mentors, coaches, whatever, and he was like, "Stop trying to prove to everyone else how much money you can make, and prove it to yourself. Do it consistently."
Do you feel like this issue was a patience issue?
I mean, just think about it probabilistically, right? So even if you have a 80% win rate, if you're risking 100% of your drawdown in every trade, you're gonna blow up. Doesn't work. So you gotta let yourself mess up sometimes.
If you had an opportunity to talk to a new trader who's just getting started, maybe getting their first evaluation with Apex, what's the biggest piece of advice that you would give them?
Journal, go slow, manage your risk well, know yourself, live to trade another day. If you just keep losing, walk away. You don't got to make it back right now.
Right.
You really don't. You can take a breather, go for a walk, reset. Don't tilt. That would be the big thing.
Valuable advice for sure. I know we've all experienced the other side of that. If we've been trading for 5 minutes, you've been one way or another on that. Well, man, I'm so excited for your continued success. I love to hear these stories about kind of how you got here. Is one of the reasons that I love doing what I do here.
Sure, that sounds good. I'm
Awesome.
hoping to move to a live cast with Apex soon, so we'll see how that goes.
Good luck with that. Keep us posted. Keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, it's working for you. I'm super excited for you, and well, hopefully we'll have an opportunity to catch up here in short order.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks, Will. We'll chat soon.